Hello and welcome back to this edition of a new Dibber International Preschool which is coming up at Kondapur. And the motive of doing this video is to show you the ongoing project work that is currently going on in this particular property. So I will be dropping the map in the description so that it will be easy for people to find and reach this property. So there are two entrances. One is that side, which majorly is planned for the students to go in, and this will be the main entrance for parents and for who come in for the inquiries. So quickly let's take a look of how this looks now, and my next video will show how it will look once this is completed. So this is how this proposed area currently looks like. It is yet in a very raw stage. There would be something down here, I think so, some artificial grass and all to give a good nice look and feel. And once parents come in, I think so, there would be a glass partition over here. This area would act as the reception area. There would be sofas somewhere here in this area, and this would act majorly the reception area. So from that pillar over to this pillar, this will be completely enclosed. This will act as a office space where the center manager would be sitting. There can be a washroom that would be added over to that corner, not the one that is already there, a little inside, which will act as for a washroom for the office users. And it is also proposed that there would be a washroom for parents who would come in. Anybody can use the washroom. There would be a small counseling room over here. And this entire space that you see, this particular area, is totally dedicated for children and as a play area. So all this space that you see would be dedicated for the children for an outdoor play area. And as I had showed you initially, so this particular gate is supposed to be the one where the children will be coming in. So the access for all the parents when they drop the children will be from this side, and their kids, this is where they get inside the school. There is an elevator which will not be used by the children, it will be only used by the adults. So come on, let's quickly go to the first floor and I'll show you how the classrooms will look like. For safety purposes, each and every staircase will have fences right in the beginning, and there would be fence here as well. There would be another fence here, and there would be an additional fence here, and this would be all carpeted so that kids would not slip and fall. On these railings, there will be nets completely so that it adds an additional layer of safety. So the open areas will be totally covered with glass. So what I'm showing you is the third floor. So this is a 4-floor building, and all the floors kind of have been constructed similarly apart from the 4th floor, which I'll show you later on. So we are at the 3rd floor right now. The moment the kids come in, right in front there is one classroom. Then when they come into this space, so this becomes a large activity hall or an indoor play area or a theme room. So it has got multiple uses. And to the left we've got another classroom, which is a pretty decent big classroom. And to my right side are additionally another 2 classrooms. So this is one over here, and this is a second classroom which is bigger than the one that is adjacent to it. And very interestingly, the washrooms have been planned very well. So you can see washrooms dedicated to boys and girls, separated by a wall inside in between. And these are all child pots, so kids can safely use them, comfortably use them. There would be some wash basins over here as well. So design wise, this place has been planned very well, and you can see it is a pretty spacious area. So I'll quickly take you through what's happening on the 4th floor, which looks a bit different than the rest of the property. So 1st, 2nd and the 3rd floor look identically similar. Let's quickly go to the 4th floor. So once you come to the 4th floor, it is also quite similar, but then there are a few changes over here. So we got one room exactly in the same design what we had at the 1st, 2nd and 3rd floors. But here there is an additional room which can also act as a storage space. Let's go out and look at how the plan looks on this floor. So we again have this entire space, and to the left we have got a kitchen, and we've got one storage space over here as well, and we've got the utility area. And in Dibber, the kitchens are a very essential part for the children because the Dibber meal is kind of prepared in-house. So the washroom on the fourth floor looks a bit different. So it's like a dedicated one single washroom, but there are 2 child pods. And by the way, these will be having partitions. So it's not like an open how it looks like. As you saw downstairs also, there will be partitions for the children to have the privacy. And here there is one washroom space also. So this, as I said, is a special floor because on this particular floor, as you saw on the first, second, third floors, that they had 2 classrooms. There was a partition in between. There were 2 classrooms. This floor has got this area as a dedicated hall for small events and conferences, some trainings for parents or teachers. This can be, so this is a large hall ideally which can be used for multiple activities, and this will really make this center as a standout center in a lot of the other centers that are actually coming up right now, a lot of other preschools that are actually coming up right now in Hyderabad. So quickly signing off from this particular video. So the next video that I will be sharing will be of how the preschool will look like once it is totally completed, and I just want to show you how it looks from outside once again. So it's pretty decent, and the total built up area of this particular property is close to almost 10 to 11,000 SFT. So this is how the property looks like right now, and gradually once it is finished, it will definitely give out a much better look. And with centers like these, Dibber is making its presence very well known. It's making its stand very strong in Hyderabad. This is going to be their 4th center. There are already 3 which are there, and there are multiple other locations which are also coming up very shortly. So thank you for staying along till now, and I will be quickly back with the next edition of how this particular center looks like when it goes live. Thank you very much.